YouTube, send a notification then. Send a notification on YouTube, quick and fast. Let's see if we can hold a small reason with the people. Man, top shelf reasoning. I think a long time not do a live, because from every day, I have something there. I probably should have made this like an evening live, but we're hold a reason with the people in the morning. YouTube, send a notification them quick and fast. People from you reaching. YouTube need to send a notification them, but as on the reach to click the like button, please and thanks. Seeing? We're gonna hold some musical reason. Alright. First and foremost, let me say this. Big up every single dancehall artist who forward in a dancehall, who give the hits them, who pave the way for other artists, who sell the gold them, sell the diamond, well, not sell diamond, but sell the platinum them, keep the big concerts them, and everything. Big up every artist. When we are all them reason, the reason why, to be honest, there's a part of me when I like all them reason, is because of how sometimes they might come off. Because you see, when you compare two things, inadvertently or directly, you end up as say one is not as good as the other. And sometimes that one the way you say not as good as the other, it depends on how you word the thing or phrase the thing. It might seem like that thing is not important, or that thing is not necessary, or that thing is not impressive. Whatever positive you want to put to that thing. You see me? And as I say, most of we as a people, we can't see our whole 2 points in relevance. One must be relevant and the other one is irrelevant. That's how we may deal with. You get what I say? So when we are look on the good conversation for dancehall, may I give my opinion based on what I observe, based on what I read, based on what I experience. You get what I say? And everybody wanna go vary. Remember, say as I say, each man perspective guided by him understanding, guided by him level of knowledge as well. You get to me I say, and that I go shape the criteria where him have and how him look on things. Seeing? Could big up some of my people and first and foremost. Randa you the goat. Alright, say that then no. We now knock it. If you say we are the good work with it, no. Pierce, Brian, big up yourself. Jackie Stamen, big up yourself. Ragadan, big up yourself. Sin Bucket, big up yourself. The fix need to stop, drop the interview. The fix need to drop the interview the idea down here. Then the interview no come out already, G. You're not tuning into your something, man. Interview that I don't come a long time. People like up the stream, no, man. 37 people there and 11 like. What kind of style that? Like the stream, man. Put a like on them, man. And sometimes, I don't know, sometimes some of the people ain't take the like thing serious. And some of them not take it serious. I don't know, but we there discuss dancehall. And from you there, I listen dancehall, just like the stream. A dancehall attack. Can't knock that. You see me? So people remember, if you want to drop a like, please drop the like. If you want to drop a donation, that in the segment too. Alright. Where should I start? When you discuss the conversation of greatest of all time, in anything, whether it be it sports, be it because you can't single out dancehall and reason it over here so to itself and don't consider anything else as good. That's not how the world works. That's not how the world works. No, anything where you are reason, if there are example, especially when you go draw a terminology that is not Jamaican, it is not indigenous to Jamaica. It's not a term where we kind. You know, like a man that say, yo, dog, who are the roughest dancehall artist? And little after that, a man say, who are the roughest football player of all time? I hear a man say, who are the, you know, we say roughest. That's our word. We would have used roughest. And still, if you look throughout something, you might see other people use it. But call it for this argument. We use roughest. And where we would have described as roughest would have be somebody who grimy and have street cred and rare. Probably that are our terminology of who are the roughest dancehall artists. Other man hear the style, take up the style. UK have it, US have it, and so forth have it. Then the man them are going to look on our blueprint and say, well, we call roughest. Them could also take it in the US and say, roughest in the US are different thing. But if a man draw an example and say, the man them come with that term, roughest are some Jamaican, and these are some of the criteria with them use. That are the first thing we have to look on. So you can't discuss greatest of all time in a vacuum to itself, dancehall. You have to look at other criteria as well. You understand? Also, you have to shape and forge your own thing, but it not have to be one or the other. Sometimes we do enough for that reason. They say that we're going to build our own thing or we're going to take it from somebody. You can do both. Take from people and add your own twist. That are me still. Me is for combination, not necessarily separation. But anyway, this discussion of greatest of all time, dancehall artists, for me, seeing? Notice me I say for me. It cannot merely just be surrounded by achievements, sales, and charts. I'm going to tell you why. You see, chart, achievement is a snapshot of a particular period in time. Let me say this again. Charts and numbers are a snapshot of what going on right now. Them I tell you who around the place right now. And therefore, I understand what I say. So, I not show charts and I not show numbers. I would urge the people when we are all them conversation. I just reason out the thing. Though, I tell you, I like to blend things. Yeah, call me blender. Not in the mix-up way. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater in the reason. Not throw out charts and not throw out numbers. Understand what is charts, what is numbers, what is impact overall. We have to understand that. And that's what I think missing from the space. People are reason one way and say, we don't have a 10 style with their reason. And I say, charts are foolishness and numbers. No, bro. You can't dash it. You throw the baby with the bathwater right there, so. It's like when I say, throw the bathwater and you say, the baby I forgot to, everything. No, take out the baby, put on the baby, drive the baby, throw the water. You get what I say? Eat off the meat and spit out the bone. Nobody goes, it have bone night. I fling it to it. No, bro. We need to reason with logic. And we need to reason with understanding, not just with emotion and being irrational. And them boy over there said that, so we now go say that. No, bro. I not so reasoning, God. That's not holistic reasoning. So back to me, I say, the charts and the numbers are a snapshot of what is going on right now. So you see a man get goal, it tell us that a man they get goal because the song released 1992 and he get goal 1995. So between 1992 and 1995, this song was a hot song. This song was a hit song. This song was the go-to song where people are stream, where people are listen to, where people are vibe to. And therefore, it got the recognition of silver, gold, or diamond. Get me? Look on a chart. When you go up on Billboard and you see this thing is number 1 for 3 weeks, number 1 for 5 weeks, number 1 for 10 weeks, it shows what was happening at that time in 1994, in 2004, in 2014. This song was the number 1 song for this period at this time in this proximity. So the charts, the numbers, they measure what is taking place at the time. That is why I'm telling you where they say, when you check a man blood pressure, alright, may I go on an example now. You know, so you can check a man blood pressure and in blood pressure at 130 over 90. And you say, yeah man, the normal blood pressure should be 120. Therefore, this person is hypertensive. No, that's not how you determine if a person is hypertensive. It has to do with the amount of times that in pressure been within that time period, been within that time. So say me check it today and a 130. And me check it tomorrow and a 120. There might be other factors that make him have the blood pressure high at 130. That no mean him hypertensive after one check of him pressure. How you diagnose a person with asthmatic, right? Not because a person have shortness of breath, which is an indication or one of the symptoms of asthma, mean them asthmatic. No, it have to do with other things. You get what I say? Shortness of breath, the degree of shortness of breath, how much time them have the shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, all them something. When I hear me say me? Tell me if you not hear me say me. Okay. When you're done. You wanna hear me? Let's see this a move, brother. Hold on, me zoom. On there. Right, tell us what go on. Right, Rasta Judge. I wanna see what go on, sir. I see what go on. So I could have do it for right. YouTube are going with things, man. But I don't know if them are hear me say, man. I nah see the comment, people. I nah see the comment. I'm gonna refresh this again. If you not hear me, I nah see the comment. You not hear me say me, right? Hold on, let me check my other phone and see something. Let me check my other phone and see something. Because I figure like people most they hear me, but I not see this thing and move so. So let me look at and see something. Yeah. Okay. So we go over here so now we see dirty cup and a bag of people. Okay. So now hear the reason, see me. People, remember, you know, alright, let me drop that goal here. Let me drop that goal here. And people can donate to the segment, see me. Because some top shelf reason I drop, you know. Well, it already a drop, you know. So I could set the goal. Probably can see if people are comment more if they donating thing are going on so. But me nah see it here so do. I wish me there see it here so. But anyway, I have got draw Phoenix one. I say go, I have to improvise. Back to what I say. You can't merely use the statistics to judge the overall thing. At the same time, the statistics can be used to judge the overall thing. You understand what I say? You can't throw the baby with the bathwater. It's not one or the other. It's a combination of both. However, listen to the reasoning. But they kind of go off on a tangent, but we still up on the circle. Because you know a tangent is a line with up on a circle. So we still up on the tip of the circle, same way, even though we're up on the tangent. But what may I say though, Zane, the chart is a snapshot of what is taking place at the time in the genre. Snapshot. So for example, me pull up a chart and them say Red Stripe Beer was the most sold beer in Jamaica in 1995. That no means a Red Stripe Beer is the biggest beer in a Jamaica because I pull up one chart and then win a 1995. You know. They would have an impact and shape and mold the beer or the liquor drinking scene in a Jamaica for you to say them are the GOAT, you know. It's not just winning in 1995, winning in 1992, winning and not just that alone. I have the most sales in a quarter. And not that alone. So the charts and the numbers are a snapshot of what is taking place. Very important as it relates to an artist's career and what take place in them career at the time. Very, very important. But the conversation, that's why I tell you, say, we have to define the terms. When you look on greatest of all time, you look on a particular period, you look on different artist span. So the artist here 20 years, greatest of all time cannot be an artist's career where span. Well, let me not say that. Because you can have an artist where forward and them career 10 years. And how them mold and shape the scene where them depend. It devastating. But them would have to do some real damage to do that. You get to me, I say? The point to me I make though is that the impact of the artist, the ability of the artist to shape and mold minds, that is overall what will be used to categorize the GOAT, the greatest of all time. People say the donation there, you know. So they can drop a donation. Members say a top shelf reason. So put the top shelf figures side out because you know the thing go around here. And remember if you like the stream to please and thanks. So with what I say now, as it relates to Vybz Kartel, as it relates to Sean Paul, as it relates to the conversation in the art. When you have an artist bro, when you look on dancehall currently, you know, most of them artists are whether them hate Kartel or them like Kartel or Vybz Kartel or the architect and the blueprint for the current dancehall, you know. Either through the producers, either through the artists them, whatever it is, the music mold and shape in a Vybz Kartel image and likeness. Whether you want how the tattoo up, the skin bleaching, the type of lyrics, whether them are sing about freaky girl, them are sing about that, whether them are whatever, the whole, even this idea of having a brand, right? I could go into that. Big up Bounty Killer, the general. Bounty Killer comes to Alliance, and him have artists around him and so forth and so. But if you look on the movement that was more successful, Alliance or Gaza, it would have to be Gaza. If you look on the level of success of the artists them within it, but not just that, because a movement is not just who close to the master who do good, but it have to do with the collective of people who end up come say Gaza, who end up come represent Gaza, and successfully do so. Give thanks to your donation, Dirty Cup. That's a 1 out of the 10. So, that an impact as well. Because you have a set of fans, you have a set of people who represent you and anything where you come with. So if you say Gaza have one rum, the people must support it. If you say Gaza have one place to party, the people must support it. If you say Gaza have one artist where they must push forward, the people must support him. That's a big impact. The ability to mold and shape a genre. The ability to, and let me say something to you again too. Impact can measure in a three main way. Critical acclaim, the ability to mold and shape a genre and influence and impact other persons, like how them do things, how them whatever. Brother, let me say something to you now. And that part of the reasoning. Bro, let me say something to you now. I'm going to start for the reason why we know. Brother, you see the ability to shape and mold the people's mind is not a normal thing that, you know. I say that again. The ability to mold a person's mind. Let me say something to you now. The reason why the man was sitting down at the AC make more money than the man with the out in the field and lift up the block them. Because some of the reason I say, no, the man will lift up the block, him forget more money because him do more work, him do more physical work. The man is sitting down at the office, him do more mental work. Bro, the universe are going to reward mental management over physical management. I say that again. The universe are going to reward mental management over physical management. When you have the ability to mold and shape the minds of other individuals, then your reward are greater. You are seen as a mastermind. So don't tell yourself, say, because a man they lift up the block, them, him for get more money. It's not so it go. He might do the lesser of the work, believe it or not. Not true you see him sweat. He might do the lesser of the work. Feel work easier to do then. Anybody without any mental ability, the man we are the architect, we are going to draw this and design this and know say this for go here and that black they for go there and this have to set that way here and this have for him I go get more money. The universe reward the mental and persons who can shape mental. People who can do mental alchemy, people who can do mental bending. In as I say in an avatar, people who can manipulate the mental, them are gonna get a bigger reward. And that's why the impact are gonna bigger this so. Because those are the persons who say, so nobody feels say because one artist say, you know, say that money make me can write music or teach me how to write music. Brother, big impact that, and then the artists that go on to be successful in the genre. A big impact that. Cause if you talk the artist they talk, hear him, boy, I'm not telling no lie still in a Vybz Kartel, I'm not telling lie, you know. Papa Jones, make me there so right now, you know. I him give me the strength and I him teach me how to work. Bro, these are the point where me I get to. You see, charts and sales are a snapshot of a moment or moments. You see, the impact we I talk about, they last a lifetime. So you see why one impact bigger than one. It will come like say, a man thump you upon your hand versus a man chop off your hand. That are the two level of impact, you know. Thump on your hand, boy, I remember when me little bit, you know, and a boy thump me upon my hand in a dog and me have to get rough and whatever. If you ask the person right now for show you the thump on your hand, them cannot show you. You get the thump on you, they are 10. You have to have that story to tell people. You see chop off hand, right now you see the hand come off. That is the impact we are talking about when you shape or mold that genre. It is longer lasting. It can be seen by other people. I don't ever understand what I say. That are the difference between the two impact them. And that is why, if me say to yourself, which one have the bigger impact on your life? The man who thump you on your hand when you are 10, or the youth who chop off your hand when you are 12? Or the youth who chop off your hand when you are 12, brother, are the bigger impact that lasts longer, it visibly to this day, it did it. That is why the impact for mold and shape the minds of people and the genre are go bigger because it lasts longer. Charts, numbers are a snapshot of what is taking place. You get what I say? But when you have an impact where it lasts longer, in terms of people can visibly see it today, that is why it go bigger, bro. That is why it go bigger. You get what I say? Big up yourself for the donation team money. Go over. Well, here we go. I don't know, you know. Only time will tell, you know. I don't know. Anything possible. You see me? But me they want to do this for my channel differently, you know, because I don't have no content like this for my channel. Because as I tell you, it's a conversation where I kind of shy away from, you know, to be honest. Because I don't want to come across like we no respect and rate numbers or respect or rate what other artists do. And I know all the people them reason. I'm afraid of certain reason. I tell you the truth. Because when you put two persons versus one another, it's like one I go lose and one I go win. And you see the one will win and the one will lose is like people are going to have to say rating or rate that man there and a man that. Now, we reason one all or nothing way. So the one who win get all and the one who lose get nothing. And also me I look on it. It still have importance, but me I show you why me think the impact of that. The three type of impact them are critical acclaim in terms of how the peers them view you, or other people in the genre, or other people were in the field. I say, yo, that man they really do this, that man they really do. What me I try to show you with impact. And the word impact simply means this. Influence. And simply means this. When you did something, it wasn't there before or never to that degree. And when you left, it changed. Impact always cause change. Impact always cause change. Impact always cause change. Any form of impact. The degree of impact is measured by the degree of change. Similar like me tell you a man thump you upon your hand versus a man chop off your hand. The degree of impact is measured by the degree of change. Whether physiologically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically. The degree of impact is measured by the degree of change. I can done the live after this, Live can done so still. With a reason, The degree of impact is measured by the degree of change. A car get in a 2 accident. One, I does the bumper alone crash. The other one, the car right off. Which accident had the bigger impact on the car? The one where car right off because the degree of change, the car can't drive after that. The man out of a job because of that. He losing family because of that. He have to spend more money because of that. Everything more. So the degree of impact is measured by the degree of change. And when you can clearly see a change, you can clearly see impact. That is why sales and charts and numbers now go show the same degree of change. Because whether do it shows say, yeah, that man you get enough streams, yeah, that man you dep on charts. But how we mold and shape and shift the genre. What him do, what them numbers they do to the genre, when never did that happen in a genre before. And that are the question, And over the time period when in the game, all them numbers and them charts shape and mold and bring the genre to a level. Or cause any type of change in the genre. In how the people them write, in how them put. Alright, Sean Paul do a particular type of music where impactful and sell this and that. How much other youth say, I saw me I go write my music, I saw me I go link with this, I saw me I go do it, It's supposed to mold and shape. The greatness supposed to have the impact where it cause other people to look and say, nah man. But that like how that man is successful, as some you want to have it. And me I go do it like how that the man they do it. The impact should be felt. The impact should be felt. The impact supposed to cause change. Sales chart does not give the entire picture. Exactly. Sales and chart don't give the entire picture. It show greatness, but it not must show impact. You get what I say? Plus, there are other factors that can lead up to the sales and the whatever and whatever. Let me give you a scenario. See? Let me give you a scenario. And this is no Sean Paul segment. I'm just give you a scenario. A song up on YouTube now, it have 10 million views. See? But when you touch out in the street, one dancehall song, it have 10 million views. See? When you touch out in the street, you don't see nobody a play the song. See? When you 10 million views, dancehall song, hardcore dancehall song. 10 million views. You touch out 9 street, you don't see nobody play the song. You don't hear it play in a dance. You have a next song where have 5 million views. Every bus will pass, every car will pass, every dance where you go. You hear the song I play. And you hear people talk about the song and post it on them status and thing. But it does have 10 million views on YouTube. Which one of the songs them have the greater impact? On the genre. The first song will have 10 million or the second song will have 5 million. Which one have the greater impact? I want to answer me now. One where everybody are rocked up on the ground. Mostly 5 million kill it. On the shore, remember I said 10 greater than 5, you know. When you go maths class and them something there. 10 greater than 5. So on the shore, say the 5 million one. Remember I said 10 is 2 times 5, you know. So on the shore, listen to the question good again. Because I probably won't listen to the question. One song have 10 million views on YouTube. Hardcore dancehall song. But it's not being played in the streets. Nobody posting the song. None of that will take place. While the other song have 5 million on YouTube. But you hear the song play a dance. You hear it playing at the taxi them. People are posting on them social media. Which song have the bigger impact on the genre? Brando is not the number we are measuring, it's the impact. 5 million one is being played more in the streets than the 5 million one. Brando sales can be bought by marketing impact, cause changes, whatever. Because you can't measure who are played in the street. You can't measure who are played in the street. Where you going to sit down and measure? Me measure the 10 taxi man that pass me. You measure the 10 now you come. How we are going to measure that impact there? But we can see it, we can feel it, but we can't measure it. And that's what I tell you, that is the power of the human senses, the ability to measure without can quantify. We can qualify, but we probably can't quantify. The age-old debate between quantity and quality. We can qualify by saying, nah, sir, through my experience, I sang they play everywhere, dog. Everywhere I go, that song they play. And next man say, I show man, I wait them go up, so and so and so. Him can't count and say it play 2 times, it play 3 times or whatever. That is the power of YouTube and these DSP now we show numbers. Them give the ability to quantify. So you can check, you can look on and so. But the thing is with the numbers is that no, and you see that statement I told, even though me is a man where bring remember, you know, I don't want to seem like me I contradict myself. And me say numbers, you know, and I believe numbers play an important role. But me no reason absolute. You see, when you say numbers don't lie, bullshit. Numbers lie all the time. Numbers, especially in this digital age, numbers lie all the time. Take that out on the reasoning. Say numbers don't lie. Them absolutely, numbers can lie. People can falsify numbers. People falsify numbers. From me, I go school till now where I can't admit it now. We used to have a style when we are the lab. When we are the lab, we have a style and say we cook the result them. For those who know. We cook the results them. You know what that mean? We know say the first result will be higher than the second result, but it not for too high. So we say we not know not an experiment. We just say 25, next one 23, next one 21, and we just draw one graph. So Here, teacher, what you do? No, we're not doing an experiment. You cook it. Where you going to say, yeah, man, because I'm write it down there and put the numbers right. No, me cook that. Cook my cookie because I want a desired, because I know the result I should get. I know the desired results. So I just put the data to fit the results. You can put the data to fit the results, the desired result. That is called cooking. Now, me not go say people cook or what. That I know what me I say. I just show you the point for say, don't reason an absolute and say numbers don't lie when they can. Numbers presented to you can be a lie. And not only them must be a lie, them can be disingenuous in a way where if you not understand what the numbers are saying, me can say there has been a 20% increase in the murders in Hanover. Or there has been a 20% decline. And a man here person and say, 20%, enough that, you know. Enough that, you know, but you check the number and enough. But you hear percentage, it sound more prim, it sound more proper. And it can mislead. Sometimes it must be a direct line, or sometimes omission of the truth is even more devious than a lie. You know? Because remember a lie, people would have looked at and say, this is the version of truth and this other version is the lie. But sometimes omission of truth, me not telling you the other part, you know, can be greater than the lie itself, you know. And then you have a thing named half truth. So me can tell you the truth, but lie mix in it. Me know answer the reason one way in a life, you know. Me tell you no brand the reason, music and reason. I know one way go is either lie, I tell her truth, I tell no, him cannot tell the truth mix with lie. Him can omit part of the truth too. Where were you last night? I did there over my brethren house. Yeah, for one portion of the night in the day over in brethren house, but the other portion ain't go fuck the girl around the road. You see? So when you ask, yeah, but what, that's why you see when you're in a court, them say, where were you at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or so? Them want specific time. Because me can be ambiguous. Me can say, yeah, man, last time I did over in brethren yard, man. And thing. Where you go after that? I got Burger King after that. Yeah, but where you go after that? Because remember, and them really got Burger King, go buy the burger for go give the girl for fucking. So you see if the girl not continue to ask, so you can have omission of truth or you can have definite lie. That's one next topic. I don't know which one greater. You see me? But the point is this though. I have half truth. The point is this though. The impact will last longer and it you have to go help to determine who are the goat. Because God speaks to a time, God speaks to two things. One, greatness, greatest, and it also speaks to time period. Two things. That's why one of the time when the man them say massacre goat, me I say, bro, like, even this what I do is not even for me, it's for Uno. You know, sound good dog. And Una misrepresent, I probably not represent myself accurately. When you say them something here, it is like Una set massacre back, bro. Una set him back. Because the time where people would have gay, it's like Una take away from the man. If you not do that, dog. Not do that. Because it's like you're going to make the people them start pay to fans them like them now no sense. And I go say them don't know music. So when you come and say that song is bad, people are going to say, yeah man, I want to see man, this is my greatest of all time. So for the musical knowledge not really up there. Not do that, dog. Great artists are not do it. And it's not a disrespect for say your art is not. And people need to get to a point where, not because your artist is not the greatest of all time, me enough to rate him. It's like, me don't know, we have this way of reason for say, me don't know. It's like people can't put multiple things in multiple compartments. Everything have to go in a one compartment. Because my artist, him have to be the greatest of all time. He don't have to be. It's okay if it is your artist, you love his music, but he is not the greatest. Nothing wrong with that. But it's like when you go in a debate or a conversation, you not just want to say I'm my artist. You want to say him are the greatest of all times. It not go sit well, brother, because it not go add up, bro. Because you go check impact. And you go see the impact where him have is nowhere near to the other artists. So don't defend those conversations. It not look smart. I not look cute either. None of them. You get what I say? Because of your artist or artist boss now, Skipper. I gonna say Skipper a goat, bro. People now gonna take you seriously, dog. People now gonna take you seriously. Well, if you want to be taken seriously. Oh, I goat, Valiant. Dog, I want to have Valiant around the place, so my goat. It's like you're not understanding. And what you do, my father always have a thing, you know, where I'm saying, my father and my mother, one of them. I have a thing where them saying, if there's a fool, don't make the world know. Yeah, sometimes when you have foolish things to say, you better just keep them in your mind. And this is not disrespect to Massacre. Massacre a great artist. I talk about fans who would have said Massacre good. So the reason not add up. And you see, when we bring in, because I remember, you know, this was a reason where me there talk about couple months ago, you know, this is before Cartel come out, I think. And them something there, you know. And thing, even the conversation say Massacre King. You notice how them conversation they dwindle? You notice how them conversation they dwindle since Cartel the road now and Beanie Man and this and Arena Sell and Numbers and Impact Attack. Who knows how them conversation they dead out? And that me I try to show you, bro. But at the time, if you say to a man I vex with you. A man I say, dog, yeah, this me artist. But why you not gonna say Billboard are this your artist? Or why you not gonna say Spotify are this your artist? Or all of the accredited places are this your artist? You know, because it's just the truth, bro. And sometimes we have to be comfortable with the truth. The reality is your artist just not dead, so bro. I just that are the reality and nothing wrong with that. That no means I'm not great. That no means you have to stop listening to him. Because it's an ego thing, you know. It's like me want my artist to be greatest. And if my artist are not the greatest, that means it come like me not for listen to him then. No, dog. Your personal opinion, your feelings where you have to, you say, yo, I'm listen to my artist in a dog. Him change my life in a dog. You see me? All that same way, nobody now tell us say, him never change your life. And that is all we reason sometimes. We reason for say, if a man tells say your artist are not the good, so what you try to say, never change my life. What you try to say, oh, that you idiot, him change my, yeah, brother, him change your life. But in the grander scheme of the conversation, him never impact the genre like that. You talk about impact with long lasting. You talk about impact which can be felt for generations. Generational impact. People are talk about it, people still are experience it. That is how you judge a goat. Generational impact. Not just one generation. In other words, the people in a Bounty and Beanie generation, right, they say in 2000, felt Cartel impact with Gully Gaza, with the Freaky Girl lyrics, with the Clarks and so. The people in that generation after the Javelin, them come sing about Clarks, them say a Cartel. Mali Dana make reference to Cartel. The Six make reference to Cartel and him greatness. The producers, them like Russian, still make reference to Cartel and him greatness. Drake, still make reference. Those are in the the generation of the 2010s. I want different decade of music that. Fast forward to 2020, 2021, people still like the Skilly Bang, still show homage to a Vybz Kartel and how his lyrical ability to write and represent influence him. Skilly Bang was 2019, I dominating at 2021, 2022, 2020. I want next decade that. People in the 2010 decade like the Popcorn, the Russian, the even Alkaline that was a rival was in a different decade. A different type of impact this in bro. When people outside of your decade get impacted, you know. In terms of how them dress, in terms of how them sit dancehall. Alright, when you come to dancehall, you have to have a movement, and your movement have to be strong, like how Cartel movement did strong. Like how Gaza did strong. The comparison is always to Cartel. And if the comparison is always to Cartel, that measures the impact of Cartel. I want as cold as ice. That shows you the impact of ice. The impact of ice is to be cold. And that's why you have to compare coldness to ice. Because ice in and of itself represents cold. So when a man says cold as like ice, That I talk about the impact of ice, and the impact is to be cold. Once you have to say like, yo, more want movement like Gaza. More have to dominate like cartel. Those things are measure impact, bro. And there's a reason why you say as cold as ice and not as cold as water. Because water more represent, ice more represent, water in the form of ice more represents coldness than water itself. So you're not going to say as cold as water. Because you have water when not cold. But ice is definitely cold. It is a physical manifestation of cold. It is cold. It is the epitome of cold, ice. So if you compare ice and water, who are the goat in a coldness? Ice or water? People are going to say ice. Not going to say water. Yeah, that, but when they drink some cold water and it's refreshing and thing. And remember, when they say a cold water, if you drink on a hot day, because a ice are the epitome of coldness. A ice are the goat in a coldness. That are the version of water, not just liquid water. Solid ice or solid water. Or heat, a coldness personified. I just saw it go. It can't go no other way. I go drop one video where me and the AI are reason more about it. I tell you, them say artificial intelligence. What I tell you? The intelligence. Turn up. So look out for that video there. We'll soon drop it. Get a message. But bro, these are the reasoning, bro. As I tell you, chart and numbers important. But the charts offer a snapshot of what is taking place at a particular time. That are the thing with the charts then. You see me? That are the thing with the billboard them also. Very important, because it means a young artist I'm about right now. I want charts, I want numbers, because I want what I do right now for I reflect. That is what I want. I want what I do right now for I reflect. And that I go reflecting at the charts them, that I go reflecting at the numbers them. But when you look on the topic of greatest of all time, is all those numbers within those. And that is why when we did over Imhotep channel, that's why I'm asked the question, say, how is it that Sean Paul is not considered as the king of dancehall for any era? He has not, me can't remember them as a Sean Paul, a dancehall artist of the year for no year. But now him are the goat of dancehall. It's the reasoning look lopsided. It look like it not add up. You picture them and say as I say one rapper is the king of hip hop, but he has never been considered as king of the East Coast or king of the West Coast. The era where him come from, and him dominate this so. But you go say now, say him are the overall thing. It would have come like say, you can't, that man that say, no sir, the king of the West Coast I can never be Tupac. The king of the West Coast are somebody else. Right? And when you look now, that person there cannot be considered as the overall king for hip hop. Nah, add up, bro. You come like you have a president, yes, or a prime minister, yes, so, and him an MP. So him not run nowhere for no era, but him might end up get looked at as a prime minister, so. He have to move through the ranks, bro. He have to move through the ranks. And of course, you have ways like all American president where some now say all the while it have to go so. But in this, it not add up, bro. It not add up, bro. For me. I don't know for Uno thing, but for me, it not add up. You can't dominate no year and not dominate no era. And then no, you're just the GOAT overall. No. You have to have a buckle in between this. So. You get what I say? If you have a look on who are the dancehall artists for the decade, and him never take no year. So how him something there? If you have a look on, I don't know, it just as I say, how me look on it, Yeah, the impact me count still. And me think I search it go. You see me? And the impact you have to look upon. Wanda, please listen to the last 30 minutes of. Go for yourself, Dirty Cup. Yeah, man, give thanks to your membership, Dirty Cup. 39 months. People, remember you can become a member of the channel too, you know. That's a constant support. That's a impact support. Big impact that. You know, Dirty Cup. Yeah, that's how you call it. Big impact support to the Dirty Cup. Yeah, not just a one-time support or so. That a impact support, big impact support, because that long lasting. Because as I'm tell you, you know, when you measure impact, you know, longevity is important, you know. Longevity is important, you know, because longevity measure time. That's why you say greatest of all time. You get a man say, yeah, measure time. You look on what did I am before and what did I am after. A space and time then say rule earth, you know. Yeah, everything I'm within a particular time. You know, but as I say, still them debate I go on and on and on. Because different people are gonna have different outlook. I gotta have different perspective and so forth. So I saw it go. But as I say still, big up Sean Paul CMA, big up Beanie Man CMA, big up Vybz Kartel, big up our artists and we rate and listen to right throughout. You see me? Yeah. But of where me see, bro, and as I say to you know, bro, me tell you already to, you know. You see statistics, brother. Me love statistics. Me are one of the vlogger them a pioneer that statistics thing the inner dancehall. That are facts. You get the man say? That are big facts. Anybody who know the channel know. Who know. Who don't know. I don't know. You see me? So this is not me and not numbers, but at the time when we are showing numbers, we are show just like if me show a chart right now. Which song are the number one chart right now? On the chart right now. Me I show you what I go on right now. The chart they make you know what I go on right now. The charts are represent the charts them as me tell you come like a diagnostic test and the impact currently. That's how the chart them show. Who are the number one, who are the number two, who not up on the chart, who up on the chart for 3 weeks, who up on the chart for 4 weeks. That is what them do. Can't play, big up yourself. Get me I say? And we is a man where we believe in our numbers and bring the numbers to the game. Bring the charts to the game because it never end the game. You get me I say? It never there. People never look on them things. But as I tell you, it depends on the conversation where you have. Because if you ever have a conversation about greatness of all time, it cannot just be charts and it cannot just be numbers. I want to notice to say, me nah put in say Sean Paul sign and so forth. And Kartel did sign too. But the length of time a Kartel sign wasn't long. The greatness and them something that Kartel achieved wasn't under a label. You get me I say? The greatness of Sean Paul achieved was under a label. I mean not label because at the end of the day, if you want your career to reach a certain place, it is good to link people with connections and link people with money. That is good. That is great. Nothing wrong with that. As I'm tell you, I mean reason so bro. I mean like when we are knocked down one thing to elevate one thing. But if we really have a serious, sober conversation, then the person will impact the genre and an impact on, bro, Gully and Gaza clash. And clashing is one of the pillars of dancehall. That's a facts, bro. Anybody who know the culture know. Clashing is one of the pillars them of dancehall. From in a Sting days, you talk about sound clash. You talk about even alright. Alright, may I show you something. When you hear about Red Bull culture clash, you know. When you hear about verses, you know. These are things where connected in some way to our clashing, you know, bro. Remember, Red Bull culture clash is not a dancehall thing, you know. Hip hop in it, drill music in it, the UK scene in it, everything in it, you know. But me just try to show you the impact of dancehall. And decide too, when we are talking about impact of dancehall versus the impact of hip hop. See? Remember, dancehall is seen as a genre that bring forth Afrobeats. It have roots in Afrobeats in some ways, right? That's how people that argue. It also have roots in a reggaeton, right? So that's a two genre right there. So Afrobeats and reggaeton, right? May I show you impact, you know, but remember, you know, dancehall don't have the numbers currently of Afrobeats, you know, and don't have the numbers of reggaeton, you know. But yet still it impacted them. You see what may I show you? Sometimes the impact and the numbers don't match up. That's the point of me I say. And all the while impact match up with numbers. That's why I tell you say impact is numbers is a measure of impact. But it is not the only measure of impact, because some impact you can't measure. I go on the example, since I have an album named The Real Thing. When I play in Miami and I play in New York, who they account the streams and that for tell us that sell gold, or that sell diamond, or that sell whatever. But don't it have impact? Every car I play it, every radio station I play it, everywhere you go, every dance I go. Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. Joy cry, even tears, even my heart cries, but who cares? CD I play, cassette I play, and that I impact the whole fucking play. What the numbers them there? If it says that Joy cry. What the numbers? You can't just look on the streams on Dry Cry right now and the streams on the album right now for measure the impact of Sizzler The Real Thing, you know. You cannot. And them reasoning are Javelin reasoning too, by the way. Like when Javelin go up on the fix and say, Clarks are going to be bigger song because it have more views than Cartel Clarks. No. You remember when him said that, it sounds silly? Because I'm just a look on the numbers where him put out theme song and how it get more views than where Clarks have. And I trick himself, say him song bigger. Song can't bigger because just numbers me general. A Clark song make you come even know say if you do a Clark song. A Clark song make this a arm for the company, make people are wear it everywhere. Impact is not just measured by numbers, me general. Sizzler The Real Thing. Right? Alright, so I'm going to ask you now. If you compare Sizzler The Real Thing, seeing? Sizzler The Real Thing and Massacre 438, which one is a bigger album? What you going to do? Tell me now, say a Massacre 438. Because which one is the classic? Which one is the bigger album? You going to tell me, say a Massacre 438 because him sell 100 million. Or you going to tell me, say a Alkaline one because it do this and that. Bro, are you mad? Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carry me through play every year. And that is a testament to the greatness of that album, because that song is from that album. Thank you, play every year, Mother's Day. You can't just look on numbers, and you have to remember to say numbers are a relatively new thing as it relates to streams. Let me say that, because numbers is always there. But when you talk about streaming and streams and says a relatively new thing, less than 2 decades, less than 20 years, less than 15 years, mother said to. You get what I say? So you can't come with one album and say, just because the album you have, so it definitely means that the album is bigger than that one day. Because when you go up on something there, Dry Cry does have 100,000, and Thank You Mama does have 200,000, and Suicide Note have 10 million, and that's no, bro, not some music reason, you know. Them not gonna reason it so much general. Peeps, them not gonna reason it so. The impact of Dry Cry, the impact of Thank You Mama, that whole body of work and what it mean to the culture at the time, way more significant than the numbers where one album I go forward with now. That's why I tell you, say impact, you cannot just look on the raw numbers alone. Because for one or two different era. One come out in an era where YouTube never debut, Spotify never debut, and so forth. So you can't use her. Which is this weekend, Mother's Day. Yeah, Mother's Day I come up this weekend. Caesar song have to play. Everywhere it have to play. Everywhere. You get what I say? Those are impact songs, bro. That is an impact. That's a classic. So if you are old, and that's why I'm telling you, you know, when you hear real music or reason, you know, our thing we are reason, but when you hear some music mogul and some giant reason, I tell you some classic hip hop album, bro, it's not just the album where you are gonna hear say, all right, what the top album in a hip hop classic? What, bro? You see the way of them man, the reason still. I nah lie on the still now. I not think some we could have managed it, you know. I tell you, like, I mean the one them where reason arrogant or just emotional. But you see when them man they say classic album, bro, them man they are draw for some man where you probably never know. Them man they are tell you top 10 rapper them of all time, and them I tell you about MF Doom, Andre 3000. And then you say, dog, who them man? Them man they never have no hits like that. You can blood class say think of hits alone the man they measure. The man them a mention man who shift the culture, man who artistry unmatched. I saw them man they look pan rapper. Two those things say them man they look pan himself diamond and war. The man I said, bro, hear me I said to you, fam. I remember when so-and-so was on the block. And when Tupac dropped that man, the whole block. I saw them man there tell you what shit. I say, hey, Tupac now no numbers. Tupac, man, fuck numbers. Them, I saw them on them again. I'm talking about influence. Man, Tupac had the streets, man. West Coast. I saw them man there again. And all they are bringing the numbers and I say, yeah, but this man have 2 billion streams. And man, fuck streams. Fuck you and your streams. Yeah, I say, yeah, but you are going now. But that man I said, dime but NBA young boy have the most accreditations on the something. Man, fuck that. I saw them man there. Man, which culture the NBA young boy shape? Nigga, Tupac probably fucked his grandma. That's impact. His sperms was the impact, nigga. That gave you NBA young boy. What the fuck you talking about? Talking about NBA young boy. Only NBA I know is Michael Jordan and shit. So I tell you now, that's how I go see. That's the reason, you know. That's the reason, dog. That's the reason, dog. Yo, sometimes listen what I talk about some reason, dog. Yo, some man name we are calling, you even know them man there, though. But here I go on. You see the man name we are all the reason. Them listening hip hop deep on me because here I go on. Me, they are Jamaica, me is not a hip hop fan. So me, I go tell you about the hits them. The one them were global. And the one them were global some of the time, I know them shape the culture, you know. And the one, some song will shape the culture, end up make them man there, end up find hits were global and machinery and money spent behind it and promote and make it reach to my ears in Jamaica. Sometimes you have some song in some place where shape how the man them even rap. You will have one song where change all one entire genre, do music. Alright? Watch the play now. Shabba Dembo, that's why I'm tell you say, if I have a Mount Rushmore, I'm sorry, I have to put Shabba up on it, bro. Shabba have to do it. If Shabba can do a music, when it them bow, and that part there, the song, the rhythm, it enough shape my entire fucking genre, bro. You know how much people eat millions and $billions off of that? You know what kind of impact that have? Your song create one fucking genre will make billions of dollars. You know what kind of impact that is, nigga. That's a no normal impact, you know. Blood clot. Brother, that no normal, fam. That no normal, brother. That no normal, brother. That no normal. But big up the ones them still, you know. If thanks you ones them are there with their things still. If thanks you donation them and thing. If you are listening to playback, give it a like. You can give it a donation if you are listening to playback. Donation and like. That are the impact of one. So big up on yourself, you know. And bless up on yourself, you know. Out.